How many sports fans do we have in here? Hopefully a lot, because I'm going to talk about sports. Okay. All right, so when I was 8 years old, I started playing hockey. My brothers played hockey, Marcus and Corey, who are in the back, and my dad played hockey. And when I was 8, it was my turn. I was so small, but I was so fast. I remember the first team that I played for, we were called the Timbits. And I was just that, like I was a little Timbit skating around on the ice. And people would always tell me that I was mighty, that I had courage, because I would hit like the biggest guys on the ice and just fall down and then just get back up, and it would happen over and over and over. And I remember my dad telling me, he said to me, "Ty, maybe you should learn how to stay on your skates, but it's okay if you keep falling down, as long as you keep getting back up." So I kept playing hockey all through junior high, and that was me. I was the guy who fell down a lot, and I was mighty. I would try and fight a lot. I don't do that anymore, but... And then in high school, I started playing football. And if you know anything about football, the defensive back, I played defensive back, so I had to guard the wide receiver. And if you fall down where you're guarding the wide receiver, then they're going to get a touchdown. So my coaches would get really mad at me because I had this problem where I kept falling down. And I remember I would stand on a medicine ball, and I would try and, I would stand on it for hours because I would try and become balanced. And I got better at it, but I was still that guy that fell down a lot. And when I stopped playing sports, I realized that I wasn't just falling down on the ice or on the field. I was falling down in my personal life. I was falling down with relationships. Most importantly, I was falling down into a deep depression and into deep anxiety. And I talked to my doctors about this, and my doctor said, "You have depression and you have social anxiety." And this was hard for me to accept. It was hard for me to deal with these labels. But I was still that guy that fell down and got back up. So I was like, I can do this. I can get through this. I just got to keep going and just keep going and just keep figuring out different ways to get better. So I remember I was put on different medications, and I did different things like yoga, meditation, and for a long time I felt like it wasn't getting better. I felt like I couldn't get back up. For so long I was the guy that just kept falling down and getting back up, but this time I was like, this isn't working. All these things that I'm trying, they're not working. So what do I do? And I felt like I was in a dark pit, and there was some light at the top of it, and I would always climb to the top of the pit, to the light. And it was so much effort that I put into this. It was so hard. I had to do this over and over and over, just keep crawling out of this dark pit, until one day, this pit just was completely dark, and I didn't see any more light. And when I didn't see any more light, I said to myself that I can't do this anymore. And I remember I came home one day after work, and I went in my bedroom, and I laid down, and I put pills in my mouth, and I swallowed them. And there were other pills that I had just in case I could see a little bit of light. Just in case I could see a little bit of light, I wouldn't take those pills. But if it stayed dark, I was going to take them, and I was going to end my life. So when I laid down on that bed, it was like an epiphany. Everything just came to me. And I was thinking about all of the people that I motivated when I played sports, because sports was a big aspect of my life. And I was thinking about those people that I motivated and those people that looked at me and they thought, wow, like, this guy really doesn't give up. Like, there must be something to this. Like, so I would motivate my teammates and even the opposing teams, and like, they would be like, this guy's hitting me and then falling down, then getting back up and hitting me again, falling back down. Like, that was me, though. And I thought about what my dad said. Ty, it's okay to fall down. Just keep getting back up. So I started to see a little bit of light while I was laying there. And I was sick because I swallowed those pills. And that same night, I went to the hospital. And I remember laying down on the hospital bed and my mom holding my hand. And I was looking into her eyes, and I was thinking to myself, she doesn't know what I just tried to do, but I think she did know what I was trying to do, because moms always know. And I looked into her eyes, and I saw pain, and I saw sadness, and the first thing that came to my mind was, Mom, I want to motivate people. I want to be a public speaker. Even though I have social anxiety, I want to stand in front of people, like I am right now, and talk to people. And I looked at her and I saw that she believed in me. So I saw even more light. And I was like, this is something I can do. When I played football, I remember I said to one of my teammates, I'm like the master of falling down, because that's all that I do. I just fall down and I get back up and keep falling down. And I think that's a bit negative. So tonight I want to change that title to I'm a master at getting back up, because in order to be a master at falling down, you have to be a master at getting back up, because I'm here today because I kept getting back up. And I want to leave you all with 3 rules and a quote. So there's 3 rules to being a master at getting back up. Rule number 1, don't you dare ever let anyone tell you that you're not good enough. Because I felt like I wasn't good enough in high school. I would be the kid that sat in the back of the class. Now I'm the kid that stands in front of the class. So don't you ever let anyone tell you that there's something that you cannot do. Rule number 2, never, ever give up. And I don't just stand up here saying, don't ever give up. I live it. Like, my life is my message. I'm here, standing here in front of you all today because I didn't give up. And rule number 3, be bold. The reason why I can stand in front of all of you today with social anxiety is because I'm bold. Because I know what I've been through. And I know that there's more. I know that I can inspire. I know that I have value. So know that you have value. Don't let anyone tell you that you don't. And the quote that I want to leave you all with is a quote by Nelson Mandela. Don't judge me by my successes. Judge me by the amount of times I was able to fall down and get back up. My name is Tyler Simmonds, and this is the power of getting back up.